Hi, it's me. Yeah, just having a cup of coffee. Having a cup of coffee out of a teapot. Because I really need a cup of coffee. Because if you've got kids like me, especially a young one, because I have Finn, I have a 16-year-old. I did say 17 on one of my posts. He's not. He's 16. He was said as a YouTuber too. He used to go by the name of ShyTube. Don't know what he's going by these days, but yeah, and then I've got Finn, who's one. So, because Finn's gone to his dad's, because I'm a single mum, and he goes to his dad's. Um, Around this time, I'm really knackered, but that hence is why I'm on filming now, because he's not here. He's gone to his dad's overnight, and his nana's picked him up. Woohoo! So now I'm on the. Shouldn't be on the coffee like this. I should be like this. Should be like this. Should be like big, massive teapot full, like that one up there, and just like my little froggy teapot. Anyway, not talking about teapots, but I was going to talk today about still not doing the camera thing, um, dating sites, because I've been on a few dating sites. Just as I nearly sat down, then I had a knock at the door. I thought it was the milkman. Ran to the door in my purse, thinking, "Oh, it's the milkman," but no, it wasn't. It was this. You know what it is. I'm not saying what it is. You know when they like knock at your door, normally in threes, not knocking you if you do go knocking on people's doors with these sort of things. But that's probably maybe a thing I'll talk about, religion and stuff. Positive thing, just stuff I like. But yeah, normally I say I'm not interested, but I just took it anyway. But yeah, so dating sites. Well, dating sites. The reason why I went on dating sites because I've had friends saying, "Oh my god," friends who are actually, either married or, living with someone. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a young girl. I'm 39. I'm 40 next year. So they're all like, "Oh, I wouldn't go on a dating site. Why do you want to go on a dating site?" And like, "Oh, I couldn't do that if I was single again." Well, you're not single. And if you was single, you probably would, because that's what people do these days. They go on dating sites. I mean, people slag it off and stuff, but at the end of the day, like me, if you're a single mum and you're not getting out much, because it's not like I have loads of money and I'm out all the time raving. Not that I'd be raving, I'm just saying, partying and stuff. When am I going to meet somebody? They're not going to come knocking at my door. As much as I would like a knight in shining white armour to come knocking at my door, it's not going to happen, is it? He's not just going to come out of nowhere. And I'm quite positive that I'm going to meet somebody, and when the time's right, it'll happen. But I don't think it's not going to be knocking at my door on a horse anyway. But yeah, so a few years ago, because I'm not going into the story of uh, me and Finn's dad and stuff like that. It's just, life. People split up and stuff. Finn was young. I was 6 weeks pregnant when we split up, but that's, blah, blah, whatever. But just saying. So from 6 weeks being pregnant, blah, 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 blah. Then I had Finn, which is another story if you want to hear about my funny labour story. Which is funny. Let me know if you do. Obviously, I had Finn last March because he turned one last month, and obviously I was a bit tied up, with a little baby again, and this is like 16 years later, guys. My God, massive age gap, but I was a bit tied up with him, a bit knackered, eyeballs down here. That's why you can tell on another post that I think's on somewhere of me in the morning with no makeup on. Oh my God, looking like death, dark eyes and everything. That's kids for you. But at the end of the day, I do want to be with somebody in the end. I do like being with people. I like talking. This is why I'm doing this. I just love talking about anything. What I'm saying is, I do want to be with someone eventually, but a little bit after Finn, say about, I don't know, could have been about 8, when he was 8 months old, I was feeling a bit like, oh, maybe I could date again. I mean, I've been on dating sites in the past as well when they first started coming out and stuff, but I went on one, you know, the little fire sign thing, but I mean, they're all the same. You don't have to pay. Basically, if you haven't been on one, you go on and pictures come up, you know, you do your profile, pictures come up of guys, and yeah, you can swipe right if you, yeah, swipe right if you like them, so it puts them in a little box like you like them, and left if you don't. But and you don't pay for it, but you can't talk to that person you've liked until it goes round and they like you, and then it matches together. Then you can message each other, and that's how it works. But the thing is, there's like some people. It's nice to write a little bit about yourself, just some people, so you know. Some people don't write anything, which is fair enough. It's better than the people who don't put a profile picture up whatsoever. What's that all about? It doesn't matter. People might think I'm attractive, people might think I'm ugly, whatever. Everyone's got their own taste, but there can't be people who don't put profile pictures up unless it's because they're cheating and married and they don't want anyone to see the picture, but they just want to like get a big ego boost off it or something. I don't know, but no one's that ugly because everybody in the world finds everybody different attractive. If we were all the same, if we all look the same, if everyone looked like me, all women look like me and all men look like, I don't know, Brad Pitt. Not that millions Brad Pitts, so I don't know why I said that, but it'd be boring. And then you would have to go off people's personalities, wouldn't it? Because everyone would just be the same and it'd just be like, hmm. So everybody, I just don't understand that. I just think put your profile picture up. Everybody has what they think's attractive. So someone might think I'm attractive, but someone else might not. Someone who I think's attractive, my sister might not think's attractive. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I don't know why they put the pictures up. But then again, on the other side of that, there's some people who just don't get it. I've seen pictures of people with balaclavas on the head, holding guns. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I really want to get to know him in a balaclava and a gun. Why? Or, sorry guys, I don't think it's attractive. It might be to some women when you sat there and all your pictures of you sat there with beer and cans. That's just to me saying that you're a massive drinker, which I'm not into anyway. Each to their own, but I just don't find it attractive. And then, oh, what else? Picture. Oh, the old put pictures up of. You can tell the models. They're not the model. They've nicked that picture from somewhere. You can just tell it's not their picture. Or the torsos with no heads. Yeah, just stuff like that. It's just funny. Then you get when you do get the ones where you think, dear me, I think you escaped from a, I don't know, an asylum somewhere. But anyway, so that's that. But then there's the people like who write too much about themselves. Or there was one guy once a few years ago, and he put up, I mean, don't totally lie about yourself, but then again, if you're mega boring, you could sort of twist it around a little bit just to look, like a bit more interesting. But somebody put up once that, bless him, that he literally put up that he's not a very good looking guy, he said, I've just lost my job, I'm depressed, I'm getting divorced, and just all this really down stuff. But wrote that on his profile, like, I bet he didn't get any messages because who's going to read it and think, oh my god, and it was just like, going on about how much money he doesn't earn, and oh, it's just like, you're totally not ready to be on here. Oh my god, I really wanted to message him just to say that, but obviously I couldn't. But and then you get the ones who, some dating sites, I think people get scared because they think, oh my god, I'm going on here, and it's the old after, a lot of them are after one thing, that each to their own. If you're on it there for, a bit of a nookie, because that's what some people are on it there for, but I'm not. I was genuinely looking for someone I'd like to date, and then get, go on, get serious, stuff like that. I'd like to think one day I'd get married, blah de blah, because I've not been yet, but I'm doing it backwards, as I keep saying. But what am I going on about now? yeah, so it's just, I don't know, it's just mad that people don't or do say things like that when you don't need to put that up. But um sorry about that, lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so and then there's people, yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah. It was they don't want to go on it because they think, oh, it's them sites, they're only after one thing. Yeah, some people are. Some people genuinely put up, I think I saw one a few days ago about like they've got a girlfriend but she's at uni, but she doesn't know he's on there because he only did a picture of his body and no head, and he wants a bit of fun with somebody else. Why? She's at uni. Oh my God. Or like, they just put pictures up, they will say they're just after one thing, and or they've got partners and the partner know, and like I said, each to your own, but not for me. But and then there's the old, you get talking, you think they're all right. I don't mention anything sexual anyway because I think, you need to get to know somebody and get chatting and stuff like that. There's only twice that I've been on it in, I don't know, say 10 months, I don't know, whatever, that I've got a picture of the old down below regions sending you. When you've just texted them and then they're like, oh, WhatsApp me, or I'll message you, and the first message is that, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't need to see that. What's going on? And one guy, I said to him, oh, I don't think you're after the same thing I'm after, because I'm after a relationship, like I'm looking for someone to be with eventually, in the end, properly, dating, but then obviously, I said, I don't think you are. And he was like, oh, no, I am. No, mate, you're not, because if you were, you wouldn't be sending pictures like that straight away. We've not got talking that much. You were just on there doing that, and that I couldn't trust somebody like that, probably doing it all the time. He's probably married anyway. He's probably married, probably got a girlfriend. Can't be doing with all that. But I don't know. But I went on it because, like I said, you've got to get out there and you've got to do it. And people do meet people on there. You hear stories, you hear bad stories, you hear good stories. I've got friends and family who've met online and they're happy, they're having kids and whatever, and that's good. Fortunately, I've not yet, but I'm still floating around on him. So if there's any guys there, I probably am on there because I just like to have a nosy, but I don't really want to go on it anymore. I just don't think it's for me. I just like to have a nosy because I genuinely do believe I'm going to meet somebody when I'm just out in a pub or whatever, when I actually get out. Just not even thinking about it. Because I think when you're not thinking about it, I think that's when it happens, when you're not thinking about it. Because I remember once a few years back, you'll never really see me wearing black up here. Can't stand black, I just find it really draining. Um, and this night I went out with my friends, I was like, I put fake tan on, it had gone wrong, and I thought, oh God, when everything's going wrong, so I had to put this black top on, I didn't know what to wear, and I was like, oh God, I hate black, I hate it on me. And I went out, you just feel like crap, and I thought, I feel like crap, oh God, my fake tan's gone wrong, I just feel minging. Anyway, I don't care, I'm not looking at anyone, no one will be looking at me anyway, I'm going out, I just don't care. So I went out, and that night, this guy was just like, oh my God, you're really nice, I think you're really attractive, you've chatted me up all night, wanted me to go on a date with him, and blah, blah, blah. I didn't, but maybe I should have done. But it just made me laugh because that was the night when I wasn't interested. I wasn't thinking about meeting anyone. I wasn't, I felt like crap. I had black on, my fake tan had gone wrong and everything, and I was just like, oh my God. So I think I'm just going to meet somebody when I'm not. I think when you're looking too hard, you just it doesn't happen. And the dates I've been on the dating sites, and I'm not knocking the dating sites because people meet, but after quite a few dates I went on, because this is the thing, like, I'm quite genuine, and you'll probably find out on my posts if you want to see any more. I just say whatever. I don't care. How I am now is how I am when I'm talking to people on the dating sites. I just talk about anything, and I'm just me. And if you don't like it, whatever. But I'm just me. But this is the only thing I think. Sometimes you get talking to people and they want to text for ages, and it's like, ring me. I want to hear your voice on the phone. Yeah, I'll ring you if you want. I'm not bothered. I got way over that a while back. Just doesn't bother me anymore. you need to talk to somebody on the phone to hear the voice and to just like, I don't know, I think you get a better vibe off them. And when they're like wanting to text you, I've texted people before and said, oh, do you want me to give you a quick ring? And they're like, they go dead like, well, to me, like they're making excuses up. I don't know why, because I just think, talk, or are you actually not single? Are you sat next to your girlfriend? I don't know. Just stuff like that. And I just think you need to talk, and then it's just like they get on the phone and like they're not as chatty as they came across on the messages. And that's another thing as well. If you go on the dating site, it might be scary, but if you see someone you like, just ask to go on a date. Like, I don't mean that night, but make it quite quick, because you'll find you get talking and you really think you like the person. I've done it with a few people, and you really think you're getting feelings for that person, but you haven't met them, and you might not even spoke to them on the phone. You might just messaging or WhatsApping or whatever, and then you meet them and you're like, oh my god, one, he looks a bit different in his pictures, in real life than he does to his pictures. Two, the personality is different. I don't know. There's just loads of things you've got to meet up. You've got to not. I've learnt this now. You've got to not keep talking to him. Keep talking to him. Because I can fall in love easily. You just get to like somebody really quickly, but then when you meet them, it's like, it's not a letdown really, but it's well, it is, because you meet them and you think, oh, they're not what I had in my head. So it is a bit like, just go thinking, I'm meeting a friend. If we get on, we get on. If we get on, like we click, there's a spark, like you fancy each other, then that's brilliant. But if you don't, maybe you've gained another friend, or you've had a laugh. That's good. You've been out, and that's good. And I think as you go on, I found from the beginning when I first used to do it, and you're a bit nervous. I mean, not to get nervous, but it's like it builds up your confidence to talk to people, and I just got to the stage where I didn't really get nervous when I was meeting people. You say you get nervous, and I'm like, no, and I don't mean it in a nasty way. It's just like, no, I've just got to see it as you're meeting a friend. It's like at the beginning, I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm going to meet this person, and we're going to get married, and we're going to be together forever. And then you meet me, like, oh my god, it's not the person for me. And then you feel a bit stupid. So just go and meet him. Don't think anything. Just do it. But me now, I just think no, because I had a guy once. He was lovely. That I knew him a bit ago. Well, he's a nice guy. Bit of an example. I'm not saying any names or anything, but when we actually met up, because we were on a dating site years ago, so we thought it was like fate, it was meant to be, and all this, because we saw each other again, and like, oh my god, we never met, so we need to meet. It was like, we met, and he was nice, but when you just got this thing where you're just thinking, well, the intuition, I was thinking, I don't know, there's something not right. I knew he liked me, but I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure. And then I found out when I got into the train station, because he was like, he needed to be on the train by say 10 o'clock to wherever he lived, and I was like, because he came to meet me, like you should, girls, the men should come and meet you. We was in this pub, this dodgy pub, but it was quite funny. And I looked at my clock, and it was like 10:15 or something. I thought, oh my god, we've got to walk up to the train station. So I come running out the toilet. So I'm like, yeah. Threw his coat at him, and he must have thought, oh my god, she hates me or something. I was like, come on, I've got to take you to the train station. So I'm like, walking him up to the train station. Get to the train station. Literally, his train pulled up, so I literally threw him on the train. He did go to try and kiss me, but I just threw him on the train, and his face was like, oh my god. And then he was just stood at the door like, and I was like, bye. And then I went and got a taxi. But then when I got in the taxi, he texted me and said, had a really nice time. And I was thinking, yeah, because I wasn't sure, I think I'd meet up with him again, because sometimes you just need to do that because you're not sure. But then he put me off, because he texted me and said, he's really sorry that he couldn't walk me to the taxi rank, which literally was just as I came out of the train station, so I was fine. And he said, I'm crying in the toilets. And I thought, I've only just met you. Why is he crying in the toilet? So I asked him, and he said, because the ball's in my court. Which made me feel awful, because he was basically saying he really liked me. I wasn't sure, but he was upset because it was like, it was up to me now whether I wanted to date him, which in a way was quite nice because I've had it the way around where I've really liked someone and it's been up to them and they've not, so whatever. But I did feel really awful, but it was the fact that he was crying in the toilets that made me think, I'm not sure, because you didn't have to tell me you were crying in the toilets on the train. We'd had a couple of hours together. Yeah, so it's just weird stories like that. And there was another guy I went on a date with. I mean, quite a few dates I've been on, but one where when I actually met him, he actually made me. And if you are watching this, sorry, I'm not going to mention any names anyway, but you know you are if you are watching. He made me feel like utter shit. Basically, I'm not telling the whole story, but basically was telling me I was in the wrong and I was wrong and I'd only just met him because basically I didn't want to sleep with him. I'd never texted him and said anything about anything like that. Nothing sexual, nothing like that. He hadn't texted anything like that to me. Just that he wanted to see me and I thought it was a nice girl, blah, 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 blah. And that's why I just think, do you know what? What? Just because he invited to see me what? And then he proceeded to tell me that his ex-girlfriend, when he met her, he saw her in a bar and they looked at each other like you do. And apparently they were sleeping with each other 9 hours after. Well, whoopee-doo for you. Each to your own. If you do that, fine. I'm not. I've got kids. Then he proceeds to tell me, oh, but you're a woman and you've got needs. Yeah, I have, but I don't need to jump in bed with someone straight away. Do you know what I mean? I want to get to know somebody. I'm not after that. If I was after that, fair enough. That will come. But in my eyes, he should have been looking at me thinking, that's good because she's not going on dating sites and just jumping in bed with whoever. Like, I know there's like certain sites you can go on and then the other sites you can go on that people just meet up and do that. Fair enough, whatever. I'm not though. But why weren't he on that site then? And he said he was after a proper relationship. Well, why can't you get to know me first? Because that will come. And when I sort of said that to him, he was like, all right, so what are you doing in a couple of days? And I thought, what? And this is why I can't be bothered with it anymore. I mean, I'm not knocking it. They are good, but I just think now that I think it's because I've always been in a relationship, and when I've come out of a relationship, I've always fell straight into another one. Apart from this time, I haven't because I'm a bit older and obviously I've had a baby. Not that that's really, but I've always been in a relationship, and I thought to make me happy, I had to be with someone, and I've only just realised in the past, well, since I've had Finn, so that's another blessing with my baby Finn is he makes me happy, and my other son make me happy, but I don't need a man. I would like to date someone because I love all that. I love doing things for the person I'm with and stuff like that. But I thought my happiness depends on like me having a guy, but it's not. I am happy. I'm actually happy for the first time being single, which I only realised the other week or so ago. Is just I want to do the things I want to do before I have to be selfish when you're with someone, like, because it is 50-50 and you have to, a bit of give and take. Now I want to do the things this year I want to do, hence why I'm on YouTube. I just want to do what I want to do because I've had some crappy relationships and now I just think, like my mum said, this is it. My mum said, and I've heard other people say, I'll probably get this wrong, because I always get things wrong, it's better to be single and happy than to be with somebody and unhappy. And I was unhappy, so I'm single, but I'm happier. I'm happy, so that's fine. And if I'm happy with me, then it'll come. That's what I think anyway. That's what I think. So I don't know. Tell me what you think about dating sites. Have you been in any? Have you been on any? Would you go in any? Have you got any funny stories? Because some of them are funny. There's other things I can tell you, but this post could just go on for ages because I ramble and I probably haven't even made any sense on here anyway. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm still on there, but I'm just not on it. I just like to nosy. Just like to nosy at what's out there because you see friends on there sometimes. That's really funny. Or just reading what people put. So I don't know. There's a guy out there for me somewhere. I'd like someone who's no, I don't know. I just need someone who's definitely into Star Wars because I love Star Wars. I just need a big bear. There's only bear men out there. I need a big bear to look after me. Bye.